Good evening. Please take your seats. The program is about to begin. Please take your seats. The program is about to begin.
ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ ਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਨੀ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਰਾਤ ਪੈਗ ਨੀ ਬਰਾਂਡੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ ਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ ਓ ਰਾਤ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਕਲੀਆਂ ਦਿਲ ਹੌਲੇ ਕਰਦੇ FB ਸਟੇਟਸ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਦੇ ਪਰਤੇ ਓ ਰਾਤ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਕਲੀਆਂ ਦਿਲ ਹੌਲੇ ਕਰਦੇ FB ਸਟੇਟਸ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਦੇ ਪਰਤੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਗਲੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਓ ਤੇਰੀ ਗਲੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਗਲੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਲੰਘਾ ਛੱਡਦਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਿਨਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ ਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਤ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਫਲਾਂ ਰੇ DJ Hums. ਕੁੜੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਐ ਰਕਾਣਿਆ ਤੇ ਨੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਸਿਰਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜੱਟ ਨੀ ਹੋ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਐ ਰਕਾਣਿਆ ਤੇ ਨੀ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਸਿਰਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜੱਟ ਨੀ ਵਰਤੀ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਉਣ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੰਗੀ ਕੰਧ ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੂਗਾ ਰੱਖ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੂਗਾ ਰੱਖ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਤੇ ਓ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੇਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਲੜੇ ਨੀ ਵੇਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਲੜੇ ਓ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਲੜੇ ਨੀ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਲੜੇ ਓ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੇਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਲੜੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਥਿਆਰ ਲੜੇ ਠੋਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਜਤਾਉਂਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੱਕ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੰਡ ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੂਗਾ ਰੱਖ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੂਗਾ ਰੱਖ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਏ ਜੱਟ ਦੀ ਪਸੰਦ ਤੇ
Arriving in New York, it's a very overwhelming place.
The only thing I knew about New York is the Times Square and all the nice pubs and everything. But only after joining One to World, I started really connecting with the city.
I think for me, one of the most benefit things of being in New York City is that One to World was, it's here.
One to World really threw out this big social lifeline.
I wouldn't have met these amazing people that made my life better being away from my family. They became my second family here in the US.
When there's an opportunity for you to bring others into your home and see where the connections are, it just enriches everyone.
I discovered that Americans, they are very hospitable and accepting of others.
The knowledge that we share does not stop in these classrooms. The knowledge becomes viral, the knowledge becomes like a river
And it can create this very nice space of empathy and this bridge for communication.
I didn't fly a 14-hour flight to hang out with people who are just like me.
I think One to World was a sort of ambassador, in fact, of the United States for so many students all at once.
After I joined One to World, it actually changed everything I believed.
I have encountered and experienced things that I never would have without One to World. Most important of all is I see the world differently because of One to World.
I, as a one person, got connected to the world, I guess, which is, I suppose, the entire point of this organization.
Well, good evening to all of you. I'm Creighton Condon. I'm the chair of the board of One to World. And I'd like to welcome you to our 2025 gala. It's great to see you all out here. We have 4 outstanding honorees this evening. James Berger, David Buckley, Kirsty Graham, and Miki Kapoor. And I'd like to welcome them. And a special note of thanks to all of those who are here because of our honorees. We really appreciate that. So I want to welcome back some past honorees who are joining us this evening. There are a number in this room, and we always like to have them come back and continue to participate in our events. I also want to thank the fellow co-chairs for their hard work in making this a success. Frank Brown, who's a past honoree and a recently retired partner from General Atlantic, who's been a long-time supporter of us. Martin Krislov, esteemed president of Pace University. Hello, Martin. Morgan Radford is also here tonight, former honoree, Fulbright alumna, and anchor at NBC News Daily. Thank you all for your contributions and efforts this year. That's to all of you out here who have done that for us. We'd also like to give special recognition to our member colleges, universities, and institutions in the tri-state area. We are a member originated organization, and you are central to us fulfilling our mission in working with you. And lastly, I'd like to thank our incredible staff. Can you stand or wave? And our board of directors, who almost all of whom are here this evening, who provide just tremendous support to the organization during the course of the year. We have an exciting evening ahead of us. This year we have a silent auction underway, so feel free to pull out your phones. I know we generally try and discourage that, but in this context you're encouraged. And that closes at 8:45 for the silent auction, so please bid early and often for that. Thank you. Throughout the evening, you will get to hear from our outstanding and distinguished honorees. You'll hear inspiring stories from our participants, from the youngest of our global classroom students to our Fulbright grantees and international student communities. It is our hope that all of these stories will remind you tonight of the power of One to World's work, especially in moments like these where international education is under challenge. There's no doubt that the world is fraught with tension and disagreements, but when I look around this room, I'm reminded of something else, that when people of all different backgrounds come together, celebrate friendship and unity, we can make the world a better place. That is what One to World delivers every single day. One last late-breaking piece of information, the new budget defunds the Fulbright program. Fulbright is an important part of our economic vitality, and I would urge you all to reach out to your congressman to express your view about that, and hopefully that will be reinstated. So thanks very much for being here this evening. I'd like you all to please join me in welcoming One to World's Executive Director, Deepesh Dhingra. Deepesh is now, I think, past his 1-year mark as our Executive Director and has just done a spectacular job for us. But I'd like to welcome him with a particularly rousing round of applause as he has, in just the last few weeks, become a U.S. citizen.
Wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. Wow, all right. Thank you, Creighton. And please give it up for Culture Kool for that incredible opening Bhangra performance. So Bhangra is performed to spread celebration, joy, and unity, which is why we are all here today. Welcome, everybody, to the 2025 One to World Fulbright Awards dinner. This one is the first one as an executive director, so I'm feeling really good. It's my pleasure to start our evening today with a One to World tradition. Some of you who have been to this dinner know about this. I'm going to ask some of you to stand, if you're able, and when I do, for you to please remain standing. First of all, would all current Fulbright students and scholars please stand and remain standing? And now, will all Fulbright alumni who are in the room please stand and remain standing? All right. And finally, whether or not you're a Fulbrighter, will everyone in the room who has either studied abroad, lived abroad, or worked abroad please stand and remain standing? There are dozens of countries, of incredible cultures, and wonderful people represented in this room tonight. This is a beautiful reminder of the global community that One to World brings together. Thank you. We have so many of our universities and members in this room tonight. They are the pillar of what we do, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge each of them. New York University, the School of Visual Arts, Fordham University, Hofstra University, Columbia University, FIT, Touro University, Seton Hall, CCNY, Marymount Manhattan, Teachers College, Hunter College, College of Staten Island, Stockton University, Stevens Institute of Technology, Kane University, Pace University, Pratt, Baruch, Rutgers University, LIM College, Southern Connecticut State, Goldstein and Chung, and World Education Services. Thank you all for showing up for the international education community. As Creighton shared, we are pleased to be recognizing the impressive work of 4 wonderful individuals tonight. James, David, Kirsty, and Miki. It means so much to the One to World family that you have contributed your time, energy, and resources to make this night such a success. And it is our honor to have you join this beautiful family. Thank you. Many of you in this room have heard my story before, and you heard a little bit of it tonight too. I came from Kenya to the US as an international student, and like many, I struggled with the transition. My family, who actually flew in from Kenya and are here tonight, they were far away. All of that changed when I found One to World. Through their unique programs, I found a second family and what I was missing. I found a sense of belonging. I want to take a moment to talk about the power of belonging tonight. Belonging is recognized by experts around the world as a fundamental human need. It drives us and motivates us, and its absence can have shocking consequences. I think it comes as no surprise to all of us in this room that people around the world are feeling more fractured and separated than they have in many years, perhaps ever. No matter your beliefs or your affiliations, we can all sense it. This divide between us feels really vast. It may even feel insurmountable. Many of us, individuals, communities, and even institutions, may feel afraid, vulnerable, and alone. But belonging is the bridge that crosses that divide. Belonging changes isolated and afraid to welcomed, supported, and championed. Belonging is what is being created in this room tonight. By being here, each and every one of us is saying that there is a place for each other. A place to share a meal, a place to have a conversation, a place to celebrate together. Belonging is what is created every single day by One to World, by our staff, by our partners and hosts, by the international students and the local youth who join our programs. When we take a group of international students from around the world to meet with and learn from leaders, or when a local resident opens their home for Thanksgiving to a student, or when a young man named Deepesh goes to a classroom and tells a group of excited kids about Kenya, that is belonging. My message for you is this, that everyone in this room belongs here, that there will always be a place for you with us, that everyone, every international student, Fulbright grantee, local host, university, member institution, nonprofit or school partner, and young learner belongs with us with One to World. And there's so much power and joy in that. Working together in the spirit of belonging, we can cross that divide, and we can change the world. All of us at One to World have been changing our community for nearly 50 years in so many different ways. Throughout our history, we have continued to thoughtfully and deliberately expand our work to enhance our mission and to better further a vision of a peaceful, inclusive, and more cooperative world. With that in mind, I am pleased to share with all of you tonight the launch of a brand new program that our team and our board of directors have been developing for several years now. Effective today, One to World is a J1 visa sponsor. Through this program, we'll be able to partner directly with major companies in the United States who are looking to bring some of the world's greatest talent to the United States. I want to take a moment to thank all of our board, staff, advisors, and supporters for helping us launch this mammoth step forward in One to World's long-standing impact on the community and its legacy. We can't wait to share more updates with you in the months ahead. But now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our next speaker and to travel with you to our next global destination of the evening. Please welcome Bill Zhu, a Fulbright grantee from Australia.
Thank you, Deepesh. Well, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you all tonight, and thank you for the warm welcome. My name's Bill Zhu, and I'm a Fulbright scholar from Sydney, Australia. Growing up, I loved being active and was endlessly enthusiastic for an adventure. I played many sports, including cricket, soccer, and cross-country, but it was my sense of adventure that let me test my own boundaries and expand my horizons. No wonder then I found myself here in New York City, on the other side of the planet, pursuing a PhD. But more than just an adventure, international study and cultural immersion is truly powerful. Take it from me. In high school, I studied French and the International Baccalaureate. In university, a touch of Japanese. And all my life, I loved visiting my extended family in China. I saw firsthand through my parents and older sister how graduate study overseas births new experiences, opportunities, and friends that one would not have found otherwise. Partaking in international cultural exchange is truly a gateway to understanding more of the world, and with the help of One to World, I attest that we students have been able to do exactly that. After learning about One to World from a Fulbright alumnus, I read more about this organization online and realized it provides essentially everything an adventurous international student like myself desires. One to World helps international students like myself dive headfirst into the heart of New York and the United States. I'm talking organizing amazing events, think musicals and the opera, watching sports and going hiking, attending thought-provoking conferences, the list goes on. I especially highlight the Conversation with World Leaders program, something I've been an avid participant with this past year. This program gave us students a really unparalleled opportunity to converse informally with world leaders, influential leaders, right here in New York, enacting that cross-disciplinary learning and intellectual exchange the Fulbright program is all about. And the best part? Meeting the people. The fellow students and scholars, hearing their passions and projects, it's infectious. One to World brings students from around the world together in unique ways that I struggle to imagine happening the same way without this organization. So for that, thank you, and here's to more events to come. But I didn't just come here to have fun and meet new people. I came to study a PhD, or for a PhD. You might be wondering, why? Why commit half a decade at least to graduate study here so far from home? And that's simple. It's because I believe higher degree research has a transformative power to unite industry and academia and spark change in the world. Take solar power, for example. The core technology used in the vast majority of solar panels today was born from rigorous physics and engineering led by an academic lab from my home University of New South Wales. That technology was eventually scaled and developed in industry to become the leading green energy resource we recognize today. That story and witnessing it inspired me and taught the lesson that rigorous research brings us all leaps closer to life-changing innovations. And that brings me to my research in Alzheimer's disease and dementia at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, where we are clarifying the underlying molecular drivers of Alzheimer's to better understand how this disease initiates and how cognitive symptoms progress in patients. Our vision is that basic science research elucidates the key mechanisms to therapeutically target, prevent, and slow disease progression. It is my goal to ignite the same sort of transformational shift that happened in solar power, but in Alzheimer's and neurodegeneration. I truly believe that when academia and industry, public and private, work together, our outcomes can change the world. And that, thank you. And that belief is also shared by our first honoree, Miki Kapoor. Miki was born in New Delhi, India, and at the age of 4.5, his family moved to St. Louis, Missouri. Talk about a culture shock. It was certainly different than the home they left behind, but they were quickly embraced within the new home. Neighbors wanted to get to know them, to learn from them. There was respect and openness on all sides. Experiencing this cultural exchange as a child fundamentally shaped who Miki is and led him to seek out similar enrichments throughout his life. After receiving his bachelor's degree in biology, Miki went to Yale University to pursue his two academic interests, finance and global health, earning both an MBA and a Master of Public Health. Miki started his career after graduate school as an investment banker, but that passion for public health never left him. It was this passion and a sense of adventure, not unlike my own, that led Miki on a brave new chapter. He left his successful Wall Street career behind, taking a chance on a Fulbright fellowship that would prove to be transformational. Journeying to India with his wife Heidi, who is here tonight, he not only developed a deeper connection to his family and heritage, but also developed a new sense of purpose, a drive to combine his passion for public health and his knowledge of finance to make the world a better place. And this first took shape through his work at the William J. Clinton Foundation, where he headed up the global health systems and health finance programs, working in Africa and India. While there, he led a group of global health practitioners in designing initiatives to combat HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. Since then, he has focused his passion and efforts on the power of technology to transform healthcare. He has founded and led several companies that harness the power of technology for the greater good, including improving the collection of clinical data to provide better care, and providing tools for better relationships between medical professionals and their patients. In his current role at Linden Capital Partners, he now brings all of these experiences together to identify and support exceptional healthcare technology companies. In all that he does, Miki is driven to bring different people and sectors together to change our world for the better. And it seems his children are following in his footsteps. Leading up to a recent family trip to India, his kids, who are also here tonight, spent an entire year raising money for families in Mumbai whose children suffer from debilitating diseases. They took action to make a difference in the world, just like their father. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present the One to World Fulbright Award for Global Healthcare Innovation to Miki Kapoor.
How do you follow that up? That's difficult. A couple things happen to you when you get older. Number one, someone gives you an award. Number two, you have to wear your reading glasses to read your own comments. So first of all, thank you to One to World. Thank you for everyone who's hosted us and brought this wonderful community together. But I did jot down some thoughts that I have. I'm an incredibly proud American. My parents came to this country 45 years ago with $200 and two young children in the hopes of being part of that phenomenon called the American dream. With that access afforded to them by that incredible dream, they built a life of stability and opportunity. And that did much more than just put a roof over our heads. They laid the foundation for us to dream even bigger. And that gave us the ability to look into any room we went into and feel like we belonged. That background also made me a global citizen. When my work took me to parts of Asia and Africa while I worked on my Fulbright Fellowship and later at the Clinton Foundation, I returned home with a deeper appreciation for our country. Not because we're perfect, but because we're a country that openly confronts our shortcomings. We argue them, We believe in expanding opportunity for everybody. What sets us apart is not just our prosperity or power, but our commitment to the belief that anyone from anywhere can belong and succeed here. In many ways, that's what makes America so incredible. But I do worry. I worry about the erosion of institutions and protections that have impacted our democracy. I worry about the soft diplomacy that we once took for granted, like civility as a standard and compromise as a strength, are eroding. And I'm paraphrasing something Madeleine Albright said. Democracies don't disappear overnight. They erode slowly, choice by choice, silence by silence. But in this room, surrounded by Fulbrighters and international students, I feel something much stronger than worry. I feel really hopeful. As I thought about these remarks, I spent time reflecting on what I wanted to leave behind for our international students tonight. 3 things stood out. Number 1, the future is in this room. It's you, the international students, bright, bold minds who bring our talents, ideas, and dreams together. And it's also my 3 children who are with us tonight. They're under 14 years old, and I already see in them something that amazes me. They are more curious and more brave than I ever was at their age. They ask bigger questions, and they care deeply about justice. I'm a lucky father. And that's why I look to you, the international students, and feel really hopeful. Because it's people like you I want shaping the world my children grow up in. A world led by people who care about understanding others and solving really, really big problems. I'd like you to know, all of you, all of the international students in this room, we believe in your work, in the future you're building. And I want you to know this, and I want you to know this really, really deep in your hearts. There are more of us standing with you than you might realize. Number 2, when countries come together, it starts with people coming together. And when people come together, soft diplomacy is the bridge. Let me give you one example that proves how powerful that bridge can be from something that's near and dear to my heart in the public health community. The World Health Organization's Global Polio Eradication Initiative launched in 1988. It didn't use weapons, it used vaccines. It did not use pressure, it used partnerships. Through cooperation, over 3 billion children have been vaccinated globally. 3 billion children. And here's the most remarkable part. Countries that didn't even speak to each other set aside their differences for this cause. India and Pakistan, the US and Iran, Israel and Palestine, they all worked together quietly, consistently, for years. And many of those on the front lines are Fulbright scholars, like so many of you in this room. Dr. John Andrews of the United States, who was a Fulbright scholar in 1985, led immunization initiatives in Latin America and Southeast Asia. He negotiated with governments, understanding that true progress happens not just in labs or boardrooms, but in relationships. His career, in many ways, is a masterclass in soft diplomacy. Number 3, the risk is worth taking. We live in a more volatile world than we have in the past, certainly in a more volatile world than I lived in when I did my own Fulbright fellowship. But risk, when taken for the right reasons, defines leadership. I left a stable career in the private sector along with my talented, accomplished, and beautiful wife to work in Africa and India with the Clinton Foundation. I did this to join the fight to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS. But I had no idea how immensely fulfilling that work could be. I had no idea. That work reminds me today, it reminds me every day that the risk we take for others is always worth it. So tonight, I'm asking all of us to remember what this country has always stood for. It stood for a land of immigrants, a land of opportunity, a land where ideals really, really matter. To the international scholars in this room, you are bridge builders, you are scientists, you are healers, You, like my parents, are dreamers. Most importantly, though, you are diplomats. You are the next chapter of America's role in this world. We are looking to you to help build a future where soft power is not seen as a weakness, but as the only power that stands the test of time. Thank you, and thank you, Wonderworld, for reminding us that the world is at its heart just people reaching out to one another, and that lasting change begins with that human connection and the courage to take action. Thank you.
Okay, give us a sec to get everything set up and... Wait, hey, move over. Wait, let me put this up so we don't accidentally speak into it. Oh, we have an extra. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. Oh, we should switch spots.
Speak into the microphone slowly, okay?
Hi, everyone. My name is Zoe Zimmerman. I'm a third grader at PS 303, Academy of the Excellence of the Arts in Queens, and I'm 9 years old. And hi, I'm Matthew And hi, I'm Matthew Hokinson. I'm also in third grade at PS 303. We're here to tell you about something really special we've been a part of this year called Global Classroom. Global Classroom is a program where we get to meet global guides. They're real people from different countries. It's really cool because even though I've never been out of the country, I've gotten to learn so much just by being in workshops with global guides. Yeah, it's like they bring their countries to us. You don't even have to go anywhere. One of my favorite parts was a guessing game we played with a global guide from China. It was so fun. She also brought us candies from China to try, and even though I didn't like it, because it kind of just tasted like air, it was really cool that we got to try candies from China. That tasted like air. Sorry, never mind. I really liked our global guide from Lebanon. Her name was Alison, and I think she's also here tonight. Hi, Alison. She had really cool pictures, and I loved making the flag of Lebanon, learning how to write my name in Arabic. We met someone from Vietnam, and it seemed very different from what I thought it would be like there. Did you know that they have the biggest cave in the world there, and it's where King Kong was from? Because, we weren't supposed to film a 35-story tall gorilla. I decided to add that. Yes, sometimes people have stereotypes about a place, but Global Classroom shows us the real stories. And when you hear from someone who lives there, you learn and appreciate it so much more. Yeah, and you learn about the real stuff, not just the tourist attractions. I really like to write. I think I might want to write about what Global Classroom has told me about other countries. My family is planning a trip to Japan, and can you believe my dad tried to use AI to plan it for us? Sorry, Dad. Of course, AI just gave us tourist things, and it was nothing what Hikari, our global guide from Japan, taught us. I love to learn about the world. I've even learned about some countries that we've been in wars with. Maybe if people all around the world understood each other better, there wouldn't be so many wars. I agree. And when I grow up, I want to have a career in the arts or writing as well. And I think learning about music, art, writing, and dance from around the world is really going to help me with that. I think Global Classroom has helped our class. It's changed how we think. It's made us see that every country is special in its own way, not just ours. We think every school in New York City should have Global Classroom. Because learning about other countries helps us understand the world better. And understand each other better. Thanks for listening to us today. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye!
Oh, please give it up one more time for Zoe and Matthew. I had never seen that speech. This is the first time I saw it, so I'm very, very touched. That's amazing. Thank you, Zoe and Matthew. I'm so proud, and I'm so amazed by how much you love our Global Classroom and sharing it with our guests. As a Global Guide myself, it brings me so much happiness to see how much the program means to you. While dinner is being served, we'll have one more performance from our friends at Culture, Kool and CMG Dance Project, inspired by the global spirit of community from this wonderful evening. This next piece you're going to see is a fusion of North Indian classical Kathak with the Spanish flamenco. This dates back to when Rajasthani nomadic tribes migrated westward and fused their culture with the local cultures of Europe. This shared rhythm gave rise to what we now recognize as flamenco. Once their performance ends, we'll continue our dinner break so you can enjoy each other's company and conversation. I also encourage you to check out our silent auction, which will be closing at 8:45 p.m. tonight. We'll be back soon with more inspiring stories.
Qué bien selló la fuente que emana y corre, aunque es de noche. Aquella tierna fuente está escondida, que bien selló donde tiene su manida, aunque es de noche. En esta noche oscura de esta vía, que bien selló por fe la fuente fría, aunque es de noche, aunque es de noche, aunque es de noche. Su origen no lo sé, pues no lo tiene, más sé que todo origen de ella viene, aunque de noche. Sé que no puede haber cosa tan bella y que cielo y tierra beben de ella, aunque es de noche, aunque es de noche, aunque es de noche, aunque es de noche, la corriente que nace de esta fuente, piense que es tan capaz y omnipotente, aunque de noche, la corriente que de estado procede, sé que ninguna de ellas le precede, aunque de noche aquí se están llamando a las criaturas y de esta agua se hartan aunque oscura, aunque de noche en esta viva fuente de deseo, en este pan de vida yo la veo, aunque de noche en esta eterna fuente está escondida, en este vivo pan por darme vía, aunque